All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It is day 71, and I am back on the trail after 2 days at Trail Days in Damascus, Virginia. Had a great time there. I think you guys have already seen some of my footage from there. And, I'm not sure what the coolest part of Trail Days was. It was awesome seeing people that I haven't seen in 2 months. People that I saw in the first 2 weeks of my adventure. And I got to be honest, most of them, I didn't know who they were. I didn't recognize them because when I knew them, they were clean shaven, clean people that now they've got long beards and longer hair, and I don't recognize them. Don't have a clue. I feel bad. So if any of you guys or girls are watching this, I apologize profusely for not recognizing you. But you know as well as I do, you meet so many people out here. You become friends with so many people. It's very easy, unless you're around that person for a few days and maybe even a week. You don't remember. And but I think one of the best parts of it was walking up and down the line of vendors and the various food vendors, the equipment vendors, Tent City. So many people that recognize you, that you recognize, and having Deb with me. She got to see all of those friendships or acquaintances that I now have, and she's able to put faces to names, and so that was good. I enjoyed that very much. It kept a smile on my face for 2 days. It would have been so much better had my navigator and Cole been there, had my Ninja been there, had my Jeff been there, but they weren't, and but that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully they can watch my videos and feel like at least they were there for a few minutes. And but I had a great time checking out the vendors, the new equipment. I was able to but buy a new camping quilt. That's a 50-degree quilt versus my 20-degree quilt. And I got a good deal on it from Enlightened Equipment. And it's not necessarily the color that I would like, but you know what? Color doesn't matter when you're sleeping. I got a new liner. My old liner was designed to keep you warm, 27 degrees warmer than outside, and I don't need it anymore. So I bought a new liner that's more of a cooling liner. So I know that with the weather getting warmer, the last couple times I slept in my tent, I felt like I was melting. It was just so hot inside all that equipment. But I did keep one pair of thermal bottoms just in case you run into a cold night. So I think that'll keep me warm. Replacing my sleeping equipment probably reduced my weight by, I don't know, at least a pound. Maybe not quite that much, but it sure feels like it. What else did I replace? I got rid of all my heavy winter gear, except for one pair of thermals, lowers. I did keep my puffy. My puffy weighs almost nothing. I mean, it's like 4 ounces. And if it's a cold night, I can wear it around camp and in my sleeping equipment if I need to. So I also kept my Sky Goat hoodie, the blue and gray one that you see me wearing so often. I just like it. I'm comfortable in it. It will keep you warm, but you can also wear it on warm nights where you just want something to cover up a little bit more. And it doesn't weigh too much. It's not too bad. So it was a good compromise. So anyways, most of my cold weather gear is gone now. My pack is lighter. It is noticeably lighter. Just going to say that again. It is noticeably lighter. I think my average weight out here was probably about 34, 35 pounds before. My heaviest that I am aware of was 38 pounds with 5 days of food and 2 bottles of water. There was probably some rare moments out there where I needed to carry more water, so I might, my pack probably weighed us as much as 45, 46 pounds, but that was only for a short distance. That was when water sources were few and far between, and I needed to carry extra water, but that was rare. For the most part, my pack weight was around 35 pounds. 38 with 5 days of food. Right now I'm carrying 5 days of food, 2 bottles of water, all my new gear, and I'm guessing it weighs 27, 28 pounds. So it feels good. It feels real good. New shoes. I got new shoes. I have not hit any of the really bad rocks yet. But a rock like that, I'm telling you, man, I can step on it, don't even feel it. The new shoes I got rid of my Ultra Lone Peak series shoes. Love the shoes. Love them. For a groomed trail, for walking around town, whatever. They're just not designed, and they should never, ever, ever, ever be recommended for the Appalachian Trail. If you're an experienced hiker and you know what your feet can handle and you like those shoes, by all means wear them. They're awesome shoes, awesome shoes. For me, with very tender feet, they are just not designed for this trail. They ate my feet up. You guys all know. If you've been watching my videos, you know that my relationship between me and the damn rocks has not been a good one. But like I've said before, they can slow me down, but they can't stop me. I have swapped over to the Ultra Olympus shoes. They have a much harder sole. The new version this season uses the same type of rubber on the tread that the Lone Peaks have. So you still got that grip. I'll tell you more when I get to the places where I'm going to need that grip. But I can tell you that so far, based on the minor rocks that I've hit since getting back on trail this afternoon, there is a huge difference in the feel for the rocks. So, you know, listen, there's a part of me that's hoping we hit at least a short section of the really bad rocks, the really pointed rocks, the really sharp rocks. I want to see, but I can tell the difference already. There is definitely a lot less give in these soles than in the Lone Peaks. So, crossing my fingers, man. So far, so good. Yeah, I've got a smile on my face talking about them right now, I'm telling you. So, it would be so nice if I didn't have the rocks eating my ass up anymore. That would be so cool. I've even tested them. I've seen some of the pointy rocks sticking up, and I'll step on them just to see what it's going to do. Man, I don't even feel them. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. But anyway, so trail days. God, I've already made a 9-minute clip, but my last few videos have been pretty short. So anyways, I'm going to try to knock out. I got back on the trail just after noon. Deb brought me back. Man, Deb's a trooper. I'm going to tell you something, man. This girl's awesome. She drove all the way up here from where she lives, and that's at least a 4-hour drive. Then she picked me up, 2-hour drive back to Damascus, so that's 6 hours. And then she had to do that all in reverse. So a total of 12 hours on the road to get me to trail days for 2.5 days. Where do you find a woman like that? You know, all I can say is I'm a lucky man. to have her in my corner. And you know, we're at the beginning of a relationship, and life is good right now, man. I'm telling you, life is good. So, Deb, thank you so much. I got you on video a couple more times. I've got a couple more pictures of you that I'm going to put out here on this video. And yeah, I can't thank her enough. She's just an awesome person, inside and out. Incredible. Good stuff. You know, I don't think I ever told the story about how we met, so I'm going to do that real quick. We actually met online dating, I guess about maybe 4 or 5, 6 months before I started the trail. And she sent a like to me, and I looked at her and I thought, man, this is a pretty cool woman, good looking woman. Her profile matched what I was looking for. And then I saw where she was from, and I'm like, oh no, that's 6 hours away. And so I sent her a message back saying, you know what, you're just the kind of person I'm looking for, but you're 6 hours away. And we started texting back and forth. We started talking back and forth. And then I realized, or she realized, that she was just a short distance from the AT. And so we decided that we would talk on the phone and meet when I got on the trail. Well, the more we talked, the more we texted, the more we liked each other. She ended up driving halfway across Tennessee to pick me up from where my daughter was going to bring me the other half of the way. And we got a 2-bedroom cabin about 10 miles from the start of the trail. And we spent 2 days together. We spent 2 days together in separate bedrooms, just getting to know each other. And the rest is history. So it's good. It's real good. So anyways, I don't want to jinx it by talking about it too much, but yeah, listen, right now life is good. All right, this is like a 12-minute clip, so I'm going to get off this thing for a few minutes and keep moving down the trail. I've got 11 miles to go. So far, so good. Talk to you in a bit. Yep, I was wondering when I was gonna get to my first rattlesnake. And there she blows. All right, we got to get you out of the trail, buddy. This ain't gonna work. All right, so I'm about 4.5 miles into the day. As you just saw from that last little clip, I've seen my first rattlesnake. Now, he was not a big one, and I was warned that there was a snake on the trail, although I got the impression that it was farther down the trail. But anyways, a couple guys going southbound warned me that there was a rattlesnake somewhere close to the trail. And sure enough, come around the corner and boom, right there he was, easy to spot, right in the middle of the trail. So I tried to gently coax him off the trail. He didn't want to go. So I had to use my trekking poles and kind of gently pick him up and move him off the trail. So, but he never got aggressive, never rattled his rattle, never did anything that made me worry. So, but get down here, and they're kind of hard to see because they're up against the sun, but there's some mountain laurels that are blooming here, and they're awful pretty. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, let's move on down this trail. Probably got I don't know. I'm thinking I'm probably between 4 and 4.5 miles into the day. I've been on the trail for about an hour and a half now, making really good time. I have hit a couple of rocky sections, nothing major. I don't want to give the impression that I hit the really bad stuff. Look at that, man. Let me try to get this. Oh, they're beautiful. Love it, man. I love it. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. But anyways, the rocks. You know, they're probably on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the absolute foot destroyers that we've hit many times just before I got off the trail for trail days. But yeah, it looks like we're trying to get back into some more. But I'm gonna tell you something. The rocks that I've hit so far on a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 4, 3 or 4. So nothing major, but dude, I went right over them. I actually tried to hit them just to see what they were going to do to my shoes, and honestly, barely felt them. These soles are going to make a difference. How much of a difference, I couldn't tell you yet, but they are definitely going to be they're going to change the way I'm hiking this trail. And time will tell how much they're going to help, but so far, the results appear quite positive. I'm pretty happy about it. So they, in many ways, they feel similar to the ones that I wore before, the Lone Peaks. But you can definitely tell there's a harder sole. But as far as how they fit my foot and how I walk on them, it's really very close to the same. And it's just that harder sole that's going to help protect me from those doggone rocks, man. Look at me. I've already gone from damn rocks to doggone rocks. So listen, that's a good sign. If I can just cut down on that pain, I mean, just a little bit, I'd be tickled to death. But so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Actually, I'm liking what I'm feeling. And so we'll see how things go. I tell you what, man, these mountain laurels, they're starting to bloom all over the place. And they are beautiful. Look at this. Love them. Just beautiful. All right. All right, let me turn this off for a bit. I'm going to be going downhill, and then I've got a big uphill to do. So I want to get focused and knock off this 11.5 miles, man. I think we're going to make it happen. Very cool. Talk to you in a bit. Sitting here at Warspur Shelter. A little over 5 miles into my hike this afternoon. I've been on the trail a little over 2 hours. So I'm making really good time. I'm going to give a lot of credit to the new shoes. Just came across some tougher rock, and it breezed right through them. So still haven't hit the big, heavy, painful stuff, but you know, I'm optimistic, man. It's looking good. Little sign up there, Laurel Creek Shelter, which is where I'm heading, is 5.9 miles from here. So I'm a little less than halfway through this day. I wanted to get 11. I think it's 11.5, something like that. So yeah, stopped here for a little snack. Nobody else here. I've only seen 3 people tenting just after I got on the trail, and I've seen 2 southbounders. Other than that, I haven't seen anybody. I've seen a couple of deer. I've seen a couple of snake. Well, not a couple of snakes. I've seen 1 snake, but that was a rattlesnake. So I think maybe that counts for 2. I don't know, but it was a small rattlesnake. But hey, it was a rattlesnake. So my first one. I'm sure there'll be many more. But he was easy to spot on the trail. And like I said before, he never rattled at me. He never got aggressive toward me. He'd let me pick him up and ease him off the trail. And life is good. And so. All right, man, the birds are chirping, and they're telling me to move on down the road, so that's what I'm going to do. Put my phone away and move on down the road. Talk to y'all in a bit. About 6.5 miles in, and making good time today. Got a little river crossing here. Yeah, river crossing. Let's get on, baby. How clear that water is. I don't know if you guys can see it, man, but that water is just crystal clear. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Got an uphill section coming, about 2.5 miles up. Doesn't look too bad on far out, which means it's probably straight up. Looks like a lot of blowdowns in this area. All right, I'm going to turn this off so I can get moving, man. I want to make good time today. Just came upon this section. I'm going uphill now. A little over 6 miles in. And all this, everything you can see on this hillside is all mountain laurel. And they're all blooming with this white/pink coloring. It's beautiful. Look at it. And yeehaw, I stopped with a spider right in front of my face. Yeah, I don't like spiders. It's been a spider and snake day. All right. I really should be using my trekking poles, and look at what I'm about to get into. Looky here. These rocks I put them on about a 5 or a 6 level. And yeah, we're gonna see how these new shoes are gonna handle this. All right, yeah, definitely getting into a steeper section, so I need my trekking poles. But man, oh man, oh man, look at that. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. All right, I'm a little over 8 miles in. And yeah, see what I'm hitting. This is a big uphill. Big uphill with some nasty rocks. I would put these on a scale of 1 to 10, up to maybe a 7, sometimes an 8. And they definitely are in that damn rock stage. These shoes are handling it fairly well. I'm going slow because I really need my trekking poles, but I just wanted you guys to see what I'm up against. And I mean, yeah, that's staircase steep there. And these rocks are not fun. The one thing I've definitely learned is that the new shoes don't help a lot on the angled rocks, but they definitely do help on the pointy rocks. And I'm still trying to avoid them as much as I can, but sometimes you can't. And yeah, these shoes are definitely handling it better than my last one. How much better? I'll let you know at the end of the day what I think about them. But yeah, it's definitely in the positive direction. Good Lord, man. Every time I look up, it just goes higher and higher and higher. Yeah, I said earlier that far out showed this uphill is a moderate climb. Far out, you lied again. This is not a moderate climb. This is a steep climb. And it's been going on for over 2 miles now. And I'm tired. But I'm not hurting and tired. I'm a little sore, but I'm not hurting. Big difference. All right, I'm gonna put this away so I can use my trekking poles and get up this doggone thing. All right, it's been a long day. I'm sitting here in my tent. Oops. Got everything in here. It was a pretty good day. It was a long day. Left Damascus Trail Days early this morning. And we got to the trailhead where I needed to get back on trail about 12 o'clock. Deb and I had lunch sitting at the trailhead. And then I took off probably about 12:30. And I got to the shelter here about, I think it was about 6:10, 6:20. I think I did a total of 10.8 miles, which, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. I hit some easy rocks. The new shoes did really well there. I hit some not so easy rocks. The shoes did pretty good there. And then I hit the devil rocks. The shoes did okay. But yeah, you can't beat those rocks. But I think we broke even today. My feet hurt, but I think that's normal. They're sore, but they don't hurt the way they have in the past. The shoes did a much better job of protecting my feet over these rocks, so I'm pretty happy with them. Still hurts, but not as much. So tomorrow, I think I'm looking at about 19, 20 miles, something like that. But that's all going to depend on the terrain that I hit. If it's like it was today, probably won't be able to do that much. But also, I don't know when. I need to do some research. But over the next 2-3 days, we're supposed to be hitting some extremely difficult terrain where we have to climb up and climb down large boulders, and yeah, it's going to get interesting. Rock scrambling, boulder scrambling. I'm not even sure what they call it out here, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit dangerous, and I can't wait to get there. So, all right. So I'm just going to close this out, and yeah, we'll see y'all in the morning.